Vets Hold Junk Removal, Stafford, Virginia. Hope wherever you are, you're staying busy and making a lot of money in junk removal. You recognize that guy right there. That's the Ryanator 25,000. We're headed to Woodbridge. Guys, a side note, learn to develop your gut. When you're talking to a potential customer, something doesn't seem quite right, okay? And you feel like you have to justify receiving payment in certified funds or cash only. By all means, guys, go with your gut. Ryan, how often am I right when I go with my gut and I feel something's not quite right?
Every time.
Every time.
Right, every time.
Literally every time, guys. My record is perfect. Little engagement that I had with turns out to be a customer now, just didn't feel quite right. We have our minimums. Anything under, typically, guys, will receive payment in check and by credit card. But if it's significantly more, and this is not a hard and fast rule, if it's significantly more and I just feel something is not quite right, I insist we accept payment only in cash or certified bank funds. Otherwise, we don't do the job. And then we're done, guys. I would rather be assured that I'm going to get paid than risk it. I don't risk it. So that being said, my voice is going. That being said, guys, I wanted to touch base with you on something that I've been reading a lot about lately in the various business owner groups, the various junk removal business owner groups. In my opinion, customer service is a lost art, guys. Nobody practices amazing customer service any longer in business. Used to be, back in the day, the customer was always right. The customer was number one. The customer is the reason that we are in business. And if you do not do absolutely everything, don't take abuse from the customer, but do everything you possibly can to please the customer. And it's amazing what happens when you do that, guys. The customer allows you to grow. So I'm on one of the junk removal business owner groups this morning, and I won't mention any names or really talk about specifics. I'm mostly gonna talk about the concept of what I read. Sometimes when you give the customer your rate, customers can get nasty with you when they realize that they don't need you anymore because you're way out of their price range, or your rates according to them are higher than what you're willing to pay. When they have no need for you and they don't need to play nice anymore, some customers will get very nasty with you. They'll put you down, they'll put your business down, they'll try and put you down personally, guys. I take it with a grain of salt, so should you. Don't ever take any of the customers ranting or poking or prodding at you personally, because they don't know you, especially when you're communicating via text. I took a call months ago, and this lady was so upset that my rates were my rates. She began to attack me personally. And she didn't affect me, guys. She didn't affect me. I wasn't getting angry. I wasn't rebutting her insults with, more insults. It was just a matter of rate, of price. She got nasty. She says, I have 2 separate Google accounts. I'm going to rate you severely negative. I'm going to give you 1 star, and I'm going to just ruin your reputation on not just one of my Google accounts, but 2 of my Google accounts. And finally, guys, I said, well, ma'am, it's unfortunate that you feel that way, that's what you have to do. I wish you wouldn't do that, because I have worked long and hard for my standing on Google and my community that I serve. But if you feel that you have to do that, then you do what you feel you have to do, ma'am. Have a great day. I didn't hang up on her. She hung up on me, guys. But customers will get that way occasionally. Not all, but a good number of them will, because they feel like you're trying to rip them off. Sometimes they feel like you're insulting them. There's a myriad of reasons why customers can get nasty with you. We do not allow ourselves to take these customers' insults personally. I was on one of the junk removal business owners groups this morning. Another entrepreneur who's not related to the Vets Hold Junk Removal family says, hey, this lady insulted me, and she was like, for that price I can get a U-Haul and do it myself, which is true, guys. When a customer says that we're too expensive, and I tried to close them multiple times, at least 3 times, don't take the customer's first no. If the customer says your rate is too high, guys, that's your opportunity to attempt to sell the customer on why your rate is not so high, why your rate is actually of value, because we're licensed, we're insured, we're sharp, we carry with us in our work the values that we learned in the military: loyalty, duty, honesty, respect. They can call on no one more professional than Vets Haul Junk Removal guys. When the customer says no, your rate is too high, that's your opportunity to shine and relate to them why Vets Haul Junk Removal really is the best pick. If they don't choose us, guys, we both lose, because we're not going to gain that work. We're not going to gain their business, but they're going to call one of our competitors. And there's really nobody, guys, that competes with us that is at our level when it comes to a higher level and a higher caliber of customer service and just the way we do things, guys. Our whole philosophy of how we view the customer, how we serve the customer, our culture within the Vets Haul Junk Removal family, all of our local owners, the way we do things, guys, we provide a higher caliber of customer service, and sometimes a higher level of customer service and professionalism costs just a bit more. So when I can't close them the first time, and I come back, I regroup and I attack them with my next attempt at closing the sale, and that doesn't work. And then I come back a third time, guys, because I come from the military recruiting background and the car sales background. When I've realized I've exhausted all of the tools of my toolkit, and I give these customers 3 solid attempts at why they should choose Vets Haul Junk Removal, and they don't, that's okay. I'm not meant to close every customer. This gentleman, this entrepreneur, replies to the customer via text saying, well, if you can do it cheaper yourself with a U-Haul, then go do it. Guys, we don't give customers away here at Vets Haul Junk Removal. If a customer does not choose Vets Haul Junk Removal, it isn't because we didn't give it a hell of a try, because we earn every one of the customers we service, guys. That being said, guys, don't let your ego get butt hurt when somebody replies to you in a very nasty manner. Remember, customer service is a lost art. And when they ask us, why are you guys doing so well in junk removal? It's not a secret, guys. You just practice the utmost level of respect for the customer's time, for the customer, and for the customer's money. And when I've had the opportunity to regroup and make another attempt at reselling the customer, and I can relay the value that Vets Haul Junk Removal presents to the customer oftentimes realizes that they can spend a little more than they thought they could spend, because the customer then realizes that when you call on one of the best in junk removal, it is going to cost a little bit more. But the customer realizes they are getting maximum value for their rate, guys, for what they're paying. Guys, like I always say, your competition wants you to fail. Your competition wants you to hang up the very first time the customer says no. The competition doesn't want you to develop your sales closing practices. They want you to stay the same individual who doesn't devote time to develop themselves to be a better salesperson, because that's what we are, guys. We're not in the junk removal business, guys. Many of us think we're in the junk removal business. We're not, guys. Sure, we remove junk for people, but that's not the business we're in. We are in the customer relationship building business. And if you build solid rapport with the customer, if you relay value, if you outright tell them, you don't want to choose those other guys, you want to choose us, and you want to choose Vets Haul Junk Removal, and this is why. And when I'm done telling you how awesome we are, you will validate in your own mind why choosing Vets Haul Junk Removal is the absolute best choice for you. You could not have done better. Guys, when the customer is nasty to you, or they just outright tell you, hey, you're too expensive, we're going to call around, that's the kiss of death. They're never going to call you. You've lost that sale. And not only Have you lost that customer in that particular sale? You've lost any future business that customer would have sent to you if they were a happy, satisfied, and loyal customer. But you've also lost their friends, their family members. You've lost that customer for the lifetime of the customer. And that's a lot of money. If you're in junk removal, you're obviously in business to make money. Don't allow your ego to get in the way and you get into a pissing contest with the customer and you say something flippant to them. Don't do that, guys. Otherwise, why are you in business? If you're going to get so offended because the customer is nasty to you because they don't like your rate, that's nothing personal, guys. It couldn't be personal. They don't know you. The best way to deal with that, I always say, is generate so much business that when somebody comes off nasty to you or says your rates are too high and no matter how many attempts you try, you just can't close them, the best way to deal with that is to generate so much business that you say, okay, no problem. I'm gonna just go deal with this customer now. Guys, if you like the type of things I talk about, would you subscribe to my YouTube channel? If you want to be made aware the very next time I make a video, hit the bell icon. If you're in Northern Virginia and you have stuff that needs to be removed, you just want it gone. Maybe a jacuzzi that's just collecting mosquitoes, or a shed you need demoed, or just furniture and stuff, reach out to the Junk Removal Company, powered by Veterans and Patriots, at 540-657-VETS. That's 540-657-VETS. You can also find us online at vetshaulljunk.com. That's vetshaulljunk.com. Sorry about my voice, guys. Ryan's been messing up all day today. I've been yelling at him. No, I haven't, guys.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about professionalism in junk removal, guys. You have to be better than the guy next door. You have to be better than your competition in your area, guys. This is a battle. This is a battle for customers. And guys like me, if you don't take care of the customer, guys, I will.